filled up the gas tank, got a 12-pack and a burrito, $123. Why am I still in this country? I'm not sure. 123 USD in Mexico, that's a used Toyota Camry. Adios.
And stop blaming people for the way the economy is. We don't need to cut back on nothing else. We done cut back on everything. There's nothing else left. It's just not enough. Y'all telling me that now it's the car note. Nah, your car note might probably too high. Bro, I have a Kia. My shit's only $400 something. The insurance only like $150. I can't get it no lower. That's as low as it's gonna go, bro. It's the economy. It's nothing that I'm doing. I'm not buying nothing extra. I'm not taking flights. I'm not going nowhere. I'm not overspending on lunch, luxuries, goods, nothing. Everything just too high. It's not enough money in circulation. Make the prices go down. That's what'll fix it. It's not nothing I'm doing.
Hey YouTube, everywhere online people are talking about feeling stuck financially, not because they're refusing to work hard, but because the life they expected to build seems harder to reach than ever. In today's TikTok compilation, we're looking at these frustrations and why so many Americans feel like they're running full speed without getting very far. The bigger issue isn't just rising prices, it's that the rewards people thought that would come from years of hard work doesn't seem as guaranteed as it used to.
People think, oh, these kids are so burned out, they're just lazy. It's like, no, they're working 40 hours a week, but at the end of the month, they have nothing to show for it. So if you're not making any progress and you look back 5 years and go, damn, I made $300,000 in the last 5 years, or I made $400,000 in the last 5 years, and I have nothing. If anything, I have $25,000 in debt. That's going to create burnout because you feel like you just put in 5 years of work and have nothing to show for it. And we still have people blaming them that, well, the reason you're broke is because of the coffee. It's like, no, it's the 25% inflation that we've faced that just destroyed people's spending power. It's the 30% increase in rent prices where people are spending 40% of their money on rent. You're still being taxed 20, 25, 30%. People just don't have any money. People aren't having kids. They're not being able to start families. People are struggling financially, fighting financially. Relationships are suffering. This is all decline in living standards. You realize millennials with degrees are living with roommates into their 30s, not having kids? How do you have a Thanksgiving in a 900 square foot apartment? How do you have a dog and go play in the backyard and make memories with your kids? I was living in an apartment complex just 2.5 years ago. Tons of kids. They may do, but they're all playing on the cement floors in the hallway because they don't have a yard. Because houses are $400,000. Humans are good at adapting, but there's a fine line between adapting and being taken advantage of, and I think we're being taken advantage of.
We were sold a lie. We were told that if we go to college, we get a better education, and we just work really hard, we could have the American dream. That's just not the case anymore. That's not the case anymore. I did that. I got a better education. I got a job that's supposed to be good. I worked hard. And honestly, I'm making the most money I've ever made in my life. And I'm probably the brokest I've ever been. Inflation is out of control. Inflation is the problem. Our wages are not keeping up with the cost of living. Gas is $5 a gallon. Rent is astronomical. Forget buying a fucking house. It's not possible. Groceries, take out a loan. Take out a fucking loan if you want to buy groceries on a monthly basis. And I have a child, so I have to buy groceries on almost a weekly basis, if not, maybe every 2 weeks. It's just bullshit. We can't keep doing things the way that our parents, our grandparents did things. We have to change something. Something has to change.
For a long time, people were told that if they worked hard, stayed out of trouble, and kept moving forward, certain milestones would eventually come. Owning a house is one of them. Starting a family without constantly worrying about money was another. Even something as simple as taking a vacation every year used to feel more realistic for average families. Now a lot of people look at these goals and see price tags that seem impossible to reach. And what's interesting is that many aren't asking for luxury. They're not talking about mansions or sports cars. They're talking about things that used to be considered pretty normal parts of adulthood. When those goals start feeling further and further away every single year, people naturally start questioning whether all their efforts actually paying off. That's where a lot of the frustration comes from. It's not just the money itself, it's about feeling the reward at the end of the road that keeps getting pushed further and further away.
6 figures is no longer enough. I don't know how y'all are surviving in the US economy. I don't know how people are making it. For some reason, all of these videos keep popping up on my feed about people losing their jobs and can't sell their house, groceries are too high, They work in 3 jobs and it's still not enough. And it's just like, I don't even search this stuff, but the algorithm must know, like, it's getting hard. It's getting hard for all of us. Even if you make 6 figures, even if you make 100,000, 200,000, like, it's literally not enough, because it seems like everything continues to go up. Everything except our salaries continue to go up. So I just want to know, let's have a conversation in the comment section. Who is doing okay? Who is struggling? Who is at wit's end? Who is like, I'm this close to living out of my car. I'm this close to. And then the thing is, it's a domino effect, because as soon as people get to their wit's end point, to where it's like, I'm willing to do whatever I gotta do to survive, to feed my family. And this is why you have the domino effect of all the violence, all the this and that. Is because everything is trickling down. We literally cannot survive. And if you have not invested, if you don't have any savings, if you don't have any assets, if you've been living paycheck to paycheck before all of this, now you're going into debt, or some people can't even borrow money. Like, we are in literal hard times. If you are not in the United States, let me know where you are and how the economy is for you. But we're in bad times. We're in hard times with the United States economy, the job market. I'm so grateful that I have a job, that I make the money that I do, but none of it is guaranteed. None of it's guaranteed. We could wake up tomorrow and be like, all these people getting laid off back to back. I've seen videos. People were like getting laid off for 4 times in 2 years. It's really bad. How y'all holding up?
I just want to get ahead in life. I just want to get ahead in life. And I'm doing all the things that we're supposed to be doing. We're working, we're paying our bills, we're barely paying bills. Our utility payment a month is almost as much as our mortgage. Sometimes it's as much as our mortgage. So we're just barely paying bills. And heaven forbid something fucking come up, like needing a tooth fucking pulled. I know you see that. But it's okay, because my husband has a really good job. And he has insurance. What a fucking joke. It's okay, guys. We're doing so good in life that we're making more money than we've ever made in our life. It's okay, guys, because we're all covered on insurance. It's okay, guys, because we should be making enough money with our health coverage and our dental insurance that we should be able to pay our fucking bills, and we should be able to pay our fucking groceries. We should be able to go to the dentist and use our fucking dental insurance. No, it's fine. It's fine. We have the dental insurance, but that'll be $800 fucking dollars to have that tooth pulled, because the insurance isn't actually going to pay for it. I have to pay for it up front. I have to pay the entire bill up front, and then the insurance might reimburse me. And I said, let's go ahead and schedule an appointment, right? We'll go ahead and put you on our schedule. We just need you to pay the total today. Today. It's fun.
Another reason people feel so stretched thin is because modern life seems to be built around monthly payments. Before people even think about saving money, a huge chunk of their paycheck is already spoken for. There's rent or a mortgage, car insurance, phone bills, internet, streaming services, health expenses, various memberships and subscriptions that slowly pile up over time. None of these payments feel huge individually. The problem is how many of them all exist at once. You can make a decent amount of money and still feel broke because it disappears automatically every month. That's why a lot of people say they never feel caught up. The issue isn't one massive expense. It's the constant feeling that money is leaving just as fast as it comes in, or faster.
Alright, let's talk about high rent prices and low wages in South Carolina. Rent is so high living in South Carolina, I don't even understand how anybody is affording anything at this point in time. Like, people supposedly come here to retire, right? Everybody's moving from New York, New Jersey, Michigan, Ohio, and whatnot. I'm trying to figure out where the money at, right? I make $2,000 a month, and not including what I do for side jobs. My rent currently is $2,000 a month for a 3-bedroom that doesn't even have ceiling lights. I had to buy my own lamps when I moved in here to light up my rooms. The living room, the kitchen, the hallway, and the bathrooms are the only rooms inside my apartment that have lights on them. But I'm supposed to be living in luxury, right? How is anybody affording anything when the wages are staying the exact same, but the rent prices continue to go up in South Carolina, right? I'm not understanding how any of this is supposed to work. So if anybody has any input, I would gladly appreciate you telling me what's up. I don't want to hear work harder, because I work hard every single day. It's impossible. Ever since there's no tax on overtime, the one thing that I've noticed at the jobs that I've been at, they don't let you reach overtime. You feel what I'm saying? As soon as you get close to reaching overtime, they send you home. And if there's not enough work in other jobs, they send you home. That's the case with my wife. We're supposed to be making at least close to $4,300 a month. We should be able to afford where we're staying at. We don't really have any extra expenses. I mean, I do smoke, but I only get maybe like 2 packs a week, right? But they send her home early half the time, and then we got to try to make that up on the back end because we're not reaching full-time hours when we're supposed to be reaching full-time hours. Why isn't there some type of law or whatever in place that if you are full-time, it's mandatory for you to reach your full-time hours unless you either call out sick, have some form of an emergency situation where you have to leave and go home? We should not be able to be sent home early when we sign a contract to be on for full-time. Again, I'm not really sure how most of this works. If you know how most of this work, then please let me know what's up, because right now I'm at a loss. Especially when you have a family, right? Me, myself, I have a family of 6. How am I supposed to afford $2,000 a month rent while supporting a family of 6 when we can't get overtime? The wages are completely stagnant. We're constantly getting sent home early and everything else. How are we supposed to be doing this? Like, we have our governor's race that's coming up here in November is when we're supposed to be selecting our new governor. Henry McMaster is out. Whoever this governor is that's coming in for November needs to put this to the forefront. One of the main issues, the fact that we are in supposedly a booming economy. Where's the money and where's the jobs? The only jobs you see in South Carolina, they either administrative, manufacturing, or some type of health practitioner. That's it. Any place else, anything else, unless you get more towards Rock Hill, towards North Carolina, there's no jobs here that you can really get into that will allow you to support yourself, because everything around here is so freaking high. Where are the jobs? Where are the jobs? We talk about education, but if I gotta work 2 jobs with a family of 6 while I'm sitting here drowning, how can we manage trying to get some form of a skill, or to try to do something, go to college, or even do online college and try to make that work when you have all these other responsibilities to take care of? But they'll tell you, pull yourself up by your bootstraps. Yeah. Okay. So what we need to do, we got options here. Lower the rent prices and raise the wages, or lower the rent prices and keep the wages the same. and you just go ahead and move ahead, do what you gotta do while you're able to afford to live, bro. Everything has been cut off. You gotta pay more money for daycare, bro. Like half the paycheck is going towards daycare. You know what I'm saying? So what do you mean? What do you mean? If we stay home with the kids, we don't work, we don't make any money. Bro, that's it, bro. Because if I keep going, I'm gonna go in. Let me know if you feel the same. Drop a comment down in the comment box. Like the video. Communicate with me. Let me know what's going on. We need help out here. If anybody got any information or insight, please let me know. Again, this is South Carolina. I would love for the community of South Carolina to get on here and comment, because we got to do something about this, bro. I don't know how anybody is living in this supposed booming economy. Ain't nothing working out. God bless.
The hardest part for many people isn't necessarily where they are today, it's not knowing where they'll be in 5 or 10 years. Most people can deal with challenges when they believe there's a clear reward waiting on the other side. Students study because they expect opportunities later. Employees work hard because they hope to advance. Families make sacrifices because they want a better future. But when people start feeling uncertain about whether those sacrifices will actually lead anywhere, motivation becomes harder to maintain. That's why conversations about money become so emotional. They're rarely just about a grocery bill or a rent payment. They're about a bigger question sitting underneath it all. Will the effort I'm putting in today actually create a better life tomorrow? And when millions of people start asking that same question at the same time, it tells us there's something deeper happening than just a few expensive purchases. People aren't simply worried about paying for life right now. They're worried about what life is going to look like in the future. And until people feel more confident about that future again, these conversations probably aren't going anywhere. So let me know what you guys think down in the comments. Hope you guys all have a great day. See you in the next one. Peace out.